Hi, I'm Milo, and I was born in 2011.
Hello, my name is Zeke, and I was born in 2013.
Okay. Hi, I'm Leah, and I was born in 2013.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I was born in 2010.
Hi, I'm Avery. I was born in 2012.
Old.
I feel like fun because they're not too old. Yeah, they're not they're still on the younger side, I'd say. So still fun, probably kind of youthful.
I would describe them as someone who has a bit more experience in life than me. They've seen more, done more, and I feel like that I can learn.
Probably not a lot of technology.
If I were to just think of the 80s, off the top of my head, I'm gonna think of that kind of music.
A bunch of slinkies.
And then I think of skateboards, bands, a couple of bands.
I would find other things to do. I mean, it would affect me, yeah.
It seems like people are staying at home a lot longer than they would be, say, I don't know, 80s before that or so.
I always like to text my friends, so it feels like I can't get in contact with anyone.
Probably hard, and it would be weird.
I think it would naturally be that bad. I think I'd probably just, how would I was just about to say, I just have my mom call my friend's mom to have plays, but there's no internet. I think I'd probably just walk to my friend's house and barge in.
I feel like people might have been nicer to each other back then.
Well, I'd probably start going outside and taking my dog out. I'd actually start taking the dog out. Welcome to Magical Moments. My name is Leah, and I'll be your host this evening. It's time to sit back, relax, and celebrate Big Brothers Big Sisters' 45th anniversary. To get our evening started, please welcome Big Brothers Big Sisters of Idaho CEO, Hillary Sumani Vaughn.
All right. Well, welcome to Magical Moments. It is such a joy to be here with you this evening to celebrate Big Brothers Big Sisters and 45 years of mentorship in the Treasure Valley. My name is Hillary Sumani Vaughn, and I am our current CEO. As I look out at all of you tonight, I see a lot of familiar faces. I see current and former bigs. I see former littles. I see our board of directors, our incredible staff. I see longtime supporters and so many new faces. And I'm just so grateful that each of you has chosen to be here with us this evening. We have concerts in town. We have events at the Egyptian Theater and Zoo Boise. Even Wicked is in town. And honestly, I would have understood if you chose to be there tonight. But you're here. And Wicked is an incredible story. If you're unfamiliar, Wicked tells the story before The Wizard of Oz. The story of how a girl named Elphaba becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Elphaba is a normal girl by most accounts, but she has a hard time fitting in. She's ignored by her peers and continually mocked because she is different. I mean, she does have green skin. But Elphaba is incredibly smart and wildly talented. She has powers beyond her comprehension, but without any meaningful relationships, she lacks confidence, and she doesn't have anyone in her corner cheering her on. As the story unfolds, Elphaba meets a mentor. Her mentor opens doors and helps her explore her potential. For the first time, Elphaba's confident. She is learning, growing, and thriving. In an unfortunate turn of events, Elphaba does become the Wicked Witch of the West. I think we all know the story of the yellow brick road, the ruby slippers, and the flying monkeys, but that is not the most important part of the story. Let's back up a little bit to the moment when Elphaba, a young person who has experienced social isolation and self-doubt and feelings of unworthiness, finally feels supported. When she discovers her potential and has someone by her side, helping her explore the world, someone to encourage her learning, someone to help her find her purpose and her passion, someone who just shows up. Imagine the story ended there. That Elphaba continued to feel seen, continued to lean into her potential, and continued to grow and thrive right where she was planted. What a story that would be. Elphaba's story is the perfect depiction of the importance of social connection. The truth is, she wasn't asking for much. She was seeking acceptance on the most basic level. And the same is true for every young person. Research shows that the most important factor in building resilience among young people is a relationship with a caring adult. A single relationship changes the trajectory of a young person's life. It's a little thing with a big impact. What does this look like? Let me shift gears a little bit. Several years ago, I read a book called It's Personal. In it, researchers explore what young people need from adults in their life. The answer might surprise you, but it's really quite simple. They need someone to be present, someone to create a safe space, and someone to just show up. Someone to know them on the most meaningful level. The book then offers 5 simple questions that our kids need the answers to. Do you know my name? Saying someone's name matters. It matters how you say it and how often you say it. And with a name like Sumanivang, trust me, I get this one. In a world full of labels, jersey numbers, random usernames, and statistics, this question really means, do you know me? And do you know who I am? Do you know what matters to me? What makes me laugh? What I'm afraid of? What do I enjoy doing? Idaho ranks 5th nationally in the number of youth deaths by suicide. The more familiar we are with our kids' interests, the easier it will be for us to identify when they need help. Do you know where I live? Sure, kids love to show us their bedrooms and their backyard toys, but this question is intended on a deeper level. Do you know their everyday context? Do you know who they live with? What is their normal? 93% of the youth in our program are underserved, meaning that nearly every child we serve experiences one of the following: exposure to domestic, sexual, or physical abuse, is living with a disability, receives income assistance, has a single parent, an incarcerated parent, is in foster care, or is being raised by their grandparents. But history shows us that our littles are more likely to follow the career path of their bigs, closing the economic gap by 2/3. Do you know what I've done? We all make mistakes. And when a child has a safe place to share their whole story with, to be their authentic selves with, there is no need for guilt or shame. Kids with mentors are less likely to skip school. They're less likely to engage in risky behaviors, and they have a higher self-confidence. When a big is in the picture, a little's life trajectory is significantly altered for the better. And finally, do you know what I can do? When we believe in a young person's dreams, when we believe they have what it takes, they believe they can actually do it. Studies show that big brothers, big sisters, littles are 20% more likely to go to college and earn 15% more in the course of their lifetime. Mentors create a spark that ignites a fire, and we see it all the time. At Big Brothers Big Sisters, we say it takes little to be big. It's the idea that little things over time create a big impact. We see little things turn into big things every day. We see it in little brother Mason, who has physical limitations due to severe burns that he experienced as a young child. His big brother Brendan meets him right where he is and encourages him at every step. Together, Brendan and Mason have overcome some great obstacles, like Mason's very first hike. We see it in little sister Jess, who wants to be a performer but struggles with stage fright. Her big sister Sydney took her to the dog park with a pink piano in tow so that she could perform for her furry friends. And just this past January, Jess was interviewed live on the news. We see it in big brother Jason, who has made an impact in little brother Renji's life in just 3 months. Renji's aunt told us, ever since Jason has been in the picture, Renji has been shining and applying himself to be the best that he can be. Talk about stories. And these stories are happening in real life, every day, one big, one little at a time, for 45 years. Tonight is a celebration of those little moments that over time become the big things. I would like to thank everyone who has helped make this night possible. Thank you to our sponsors whose logos are on the screen behind me. Thank you for believing in our littles and our mission to support youth in our community and empower their future through mentorship. Thank you to our board of directors and our big impact group. Will this group of people please stand? There's 25 of you, I know you. These individuals are some of the busiest, most kind-hearted people I've ever met, and I am so grateful for your leadership and for your support and for standing behind our mission every single day. Thank you to our staff. Where's our staff? I know there's one over here, one here, a staff table here. "11 people make the magic happen." And these people are the most empowering, ambitious, engaged, dynamic individuals I have ever worked with, and I am so humbled and grateful that I get to work alongside you every single day. And we absolutely could not celebrate 45 years without the people who have made this possible, the people who have set the foundation that we stand on today. Tonight, we are joined by 4 of our former CEOs, including the woman who saw a need in our community and founded Big Brothers Big Sisters of Idaho in 1980. Each of them will take the stage tonight, and I hope that you will give them the incredibly warm welcome that each of them deserve. And finally, thank you to our bigs, our current bigs, our former bigs, and our former littles, because honestly, you are what it's all about. None of us would be here this evening if it weren't for you. So thank you for that. And I will leave you with this. I hope that you are inspired tonight. I hope that you are empowered to lean into your potential. And I hope that you will join us as we set off on the next 45 years. Thank you.
Please welcome the founder of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Idaho, Jean Swanke.
Hello, hello. I am so blessed. I am amazed. I am awestruck by all of you tonight. Thank you for making this a possibility and continuing on with this great legacy. My story starts in 1977 when my husband and I moved from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to Boise, Idaho. And I saw in the Idaho Statesman a column looking for volunteers for various programs that you could volunteer for. And one that stood out for me was the Family Advocacy Program. So I called the number and I talked to Carolyn Murphy, who was the director and founder of that program at that time. So I went and talked with her, and I told her the kind of job I did in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which was basically being a big sister to about 20 children from single-family homes. So we got to talking about the big brother, big sister concept, and she says, well, I think Boise really needs a program like that. So would you like to develop it? And I says, sure. You know, she had the contacts. She was born in Boise. She knew all the resources. So it was easy getting the program off the ground. The name that we selected for the program was People to People. And so for the first 3 years, we were people to people until a letter came in the mail from the attorney of People to People International. And who knew that this program was originated by President Eisenhower, People to People International. So of course we had to give up that name. So we thought, okay, we might as well go with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. That was our end goal anyway. So we had been accepted into United Way. And the next year we were accepted into Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And here you all are, 45 years later. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. So thank you for everything.
To introduce the awards for Big and Little of the Year, please welcome Sydney Mesco, Big Brothers Big Sisters CEO from 1983 to 2004.
Good evening. So many friends. It's hard to believe, but yes, over 40 years ago, I was hired as CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters. At that time, a very small agency, pretty new. I think there were maybe 15 matches. And through the years, thanks to an amazing board of directors and many more amazing bigs, we grew the agency significantly. And time again, I got to see magical moments. I have to tell you, though, many of those early friendships that were created by this agency decades ago, they still endure. I was talking to one today. Long after a match officially closes or a little ages out, that impact continues to grow. And that's why I'm so pleased to be here this evening on behalf of all those hundreds of bigs and littles through the years whose lives have been changed by this program. You know, the essential ingredient that makes the magic is one that's really rare and valuable. Volunteers. Adults who step forward to give their time to believe in and support a youth. I'll always remember one of our little brothers asked his big brother, "How much is my mom paying you to do this?" And that's, the big said, "Nothing. I'm here because I want to be here." And that's when everything changed for that young man. None of this happens without a highly skilled staff. And beginning with the recruitment specialist, the marketing specialist, then somebody highly skilled who selects two strangers to put together to create a new relationship, and then a match support specialist who steps in to guide and support that relationship development. It's not rocket science, but it is mentoring science. So through 45 years, thousands of lives have been changed by this agency that Jean started, truly. And tonight it's my honor to welcome to the stage our big and little brother of the year. Come on up, Tom and Braden.
When I think about big brothers, big sisters, I think of my youth. Grew up in a big city on the wrong side of the tracks, could very easily have made a wrong turn as I grew up, but for the fact that I had non-parent male role models that guided me through my upbringing, without which I could have ended up a very different person. When I first met Tom, I was very shy. I had no idea what I was getting into. I was like, is this gonna be a good fit for me? Like, is he gonna be like my actual big brother? And it turns out it actually came true. Like, I feel like I really, really know him now, and feel like we do everything together now, so. Early on in our mentorship, we went rafting. We went down this level 5 rapids, and it was so scary at first. Braden was not so sure about this venture. And we go through the rapids, and of course you get a face full of water, and it's a bumpy ride. And I suggested that he should ride the bull. And I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "It's sitting on the front." And you hang on for dear life as you go through the rapids, and you hope you don't fall in. But if you do, we'll catch you and you'll be okay. And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." So I rode the bull down the whole thing, and I'm like, this has been the greatest day of my life. I wish I could do this every day. That riding the bull just woke him up like from a sleep, and he just really enjoyed that. I mean, I've definitely noticed I've improved my confidence, not only physically, but like mentally. Like, I can do anything. Like, I've really started doing running, and I've been able to see so much improvement because I've been telling myself I can do anything. Very rewarding to watch him run in a race and be so proud of how he's improving. Every single time he's there, I know he's supporting me. I know he really cares. I feel like it's just a great feeling to have on top of like doing so good in the race. He had to learn a lot of things like all young kids do. I've found that I've really liked hiking and I've really liked science. So one of the things I really want to do is firefighting. And I mean, that's been like through the help of Tom. Like, Tom loves hikes and stuff. And I don't think, I've never really done them before. And then when Tom showed me them, I was like, wow, this is perfect. I want to help save this environment. I can't find the words to tell you how rewarding it is. I'm sorry for getting emotional. I get emotional. I can't tell you how rewarding it is to see him grow up, to see the 8-year-old that when we started, who was timid, although he talked a lot. It's so rewarding to me to see where he is now, and I know where he will go from here and be a very successful person in life.
I wouldn't be the same person today if it wasn't for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Our youth today needs the kind of guidance that mentors provide, and Big Brothers Big Sisters is the golden opportunity to provide that.
Please welcome Emily Johnson, Big Brothers Big Sisters CEO from 2017 to 2022 to present the 2025 Larry Kumler Legacy Award.
I'm clapping for myself. Hello. Jack Kemp said, "The power of one man or one woman doing the right thing for the right reason and at the right time is the greatest influence in our society." During my 11 years with Big Brothers Big Sisters, 6 of those as the CEO, I was lucky enough to see firsthand the influence and change that can come from just one person. I saw the impact a single person can create, not just in the incredibly life-changing mentoring relationships that I was lucky enough to be part of, but I personally benefited from several people stepping in to support me. In fact, a lot of you are here in this room tonight, and I'm gonna just steal a moment and just tell you thank you for supporting me. I felt it, and it mattered. I'm gonna point to some of them. I can't see you all. It's my unwavering belief in the power of one person's ability to create real change in our world that brought me to Big Brothers Big Sisters. And it's that same belief that drives me to continue to champion this amazing mission. Big Brothers Big Sisters believes in the power of one and shows that power every day. Every match, every success story, every life change begins with one person who steps up and says, "I can help." It was a single person creating change that led to establishing the Larry Kumler Legacy Award. Larry Kumler was a fierce advocate for mentoring, youth, and for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Larry's impact on this organization was great, from his leadership to his creative flair, those of you who know Larry know what I'm talking about, to his willingness to bring people and resources into this organization. Larry chose to use his influence to grow the impact of Big Brothers Big Sisters and to change the lives of hundreds of children in our community. It was to honor Larry and all he did for Big Brothers Big Sisters that created the Larry Kumler Award. I lost my place. So actually, without further ado, I am thrilled to introduce a video and present this year's 2025 Larry Kumler Legacy Award.
Being a big is a lot more than you would anticipate. I always warn people getting to the program, it's not something to take lightly. It's not just a few hangouts. You become one of the people and sometimes the person in that child's life. When I was a big, I started out with a little child, and she quickly developed into a grown woman. Unfortunately, her circumstances forced her to grow up a lot faster than she should have. And being there all the time for her, knowing that she wouldn't perish like other children would who had to deal with that, it's an honor and a privilege. And it's really a relationship I can't explain.
This year in 2025, it could not be going to a more appropriate person. Talk about impacting Big Brothers Big Sisters. From being on the board, from holding leadership roles in the board, to just advocating in the community, pulling on the social network that this person has to provide fundraising or volunteers, to honestly being an incredible big all on their own. This year's Kumler recipient could not embody the spirit of this award more, and I am thrilled to see this award going to Katie this year. She has done so much for me personally in my journey with Big Brothers Big Sisters, but to support the organization through its ups and its downs. And again, she's an incredible big sister who never, ever wanes from supporting her little. Katie, I love you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and for Big Brothers Big Sisters. As one person, I know that you have impacted hundreds of children's lives in our community. Thank you so much and congratulations.
A few years back, we hit a season of really challenging difficulties, and Katie's attitude was a consistently positive influence throughout the entire thing. I kept an email that she sent me and some others that were working on a really difficult issue, where she watched our email exchange go back and forth, she listened carefully, she offered some wise counsel, and then she summed up her email with this quote that I will always keep, where she said, "Everyone, the only conciliatory words that I can leave you with is, shit's been way worse than this before. We're gonna be okay." She was right. She usually is. Her counsel didn't make things easy, but it made it easier. And I will always be grateful for that. I'm proud of Katie. I'm proud to work with Katie. And I see her as one of the great examples of what it means to make a positive difference in the world.
Katie really has done so much for Big Brothers Big Sisters over the years. She was with the organization during the COVID-19 pandemic, helped the board navigate several CEO transitions, and then really just understood the organization inside and out because she spent so many years as a big. So Katie really has defended the potential of hundreds of children across the Treasure Valley, and Big Brothers Big Sisters is stronger because of all of the work that Katie has done.
My favorite Katie Big Brother Big Sister story is one where her little was around 13, I think. Katie picked her up after school, and her little immediately said, "I broke up with my boyfriend today." Katie swallowed hard, not knowing she had a boyfriend, and asked, "Why'd you break up with him?" She said, "Because he wanted me to do things I knew he wouldn't be proud of me for." That to me personifies what bigs can do for their littles and what she did in her life as a big. Katie, congratulations on a well-deserved honor. You personify a Kumler Award recipient. So proud of you. Larry Kumler, God rest his soul, would be proud of you as well.
Every time I see the littles interact with their bigs, it just renews my energy and my need to help out and know the power of this mission. We just had our graduation ceremony where the bigs did speeches about all of their littles graduating high school, and all of our littles this year graduated high school, which is huge. I think that's statistically significant. And they all had such amazing things to say about their littles, and the connection was so profound. You knew that a lot of those littles would not be going on to what they are without the love of their bigs, and the bigs' lives were changed so much by their littles and that love and bond.
Katie, get up here.
Thank you. I think you can see by that video why when I was the chair, we called it the Rain of Tears, because all I did was cry in every meeting telling a story. There's so many good ones. I'm so honored to meet Jean. Thank you. This organization has really changed so many lives, and it's going to continue to change more. So thank you.
Please welcome tonight's keynote speaker, Big Brothers Big Sisters CEO from 2010 to 2013, Nora Carpenter.
What an amazing room. Katie, congratulations, so well deserved. It is an honor to be here with you to celebrate this legacy with Jean. 45 years. Isn't that awesome? Let's just have a hand for all of us for 45 years. But as Hillary teased out and others have said, 45 is a big number, but it's really a little number in the big scheme of things compared to the thousands of local youngsters and the mentors who have stepped forward to engage the life-changing power of that one-to-one relationship. Thousands of kids who had their special person, thanks to this organization, thanks to many of you. Thousands of adults like Katie, who have selflessly raised their hand and said, I will. Yeah, I could do that. The power of each one of us to change a life is nothing short of incredible. It is a magical moment. It was my pleasure to serve as CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters for a few years, as you heard, in the early teens, 20 teens. And I will happily take credit for hiring Emily Johnson and for leaning on Cindy Mesco as my own mentor as I started my journey with this organization. But of course, this organization is about people with all their bright, shiny moments and their not so bright, shiny moments. That's the thing. That's the heart of it. To be there for the moments. In one of my first days at Big Brothers Big Sisters, with some of you in this room standing along beside me, I recall sitting in a match meeting. We had a mom, and we had our soon-to-be little. They're asked lots of questions that help tease out what are their interests, what is the little guy interested in, what does he want to see, what does he want to experience, lots of really powerful, powerful questions. But he was painfully shy, so Mom did most of the talking. He would nod once in a while, kind of agree, confirm what Mom had to say. And slowly they began to develop his book of interests. And when the meeting was over, the match specialist turned to the two of them again, but specifically to our little guy, and said, is there anything else you would like to share? He nodded. Very quietly, he said, could he have a skateboard? Because if he has a skateboard, maybe he would teach me how to ride a skateboard, and then I would fit in at school. One big brother, one skateboard, life changed. Personal connections and change. Thousands of littles, thousands of bigs, right here in Treasure Valley. In my post-Big Brothers Big Sisters career, I've had the opportunity to interact with people from all over Treasure Valley at all stages and of their lives and all along their own life journey. And everywhere I go, in every room I have sat in this crazy career, I have seen the power of mentors.
Brothers Big Sisters.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, come on up.
Hello, my name is Heidi Goodmanson.
Everybody, welcome Heidi.
My name is Heidi Goodmanson, and I am an elementary school counselor.
Here, I'll take that.
This means that I work with the entire school, but spend most of my time focusing on students who have experienced trauma. These difficult situations cause so many extra school challenges for these students. As a school team, we all try many different things, but they just don't work and students continue to struggle. Almost 10 years ago, my principal and I reached out to the Big Brother, Big Sister organization with the hope that a BIG would be the intervention that would make the difference in these children's lives. We were so grateful that they said yes. Here is how matches work in a school setting. Once a big and little are matched, the big comes to school each week and meets with a little for their 45-minute lunch hour. I have story after story of children being transformed into successful, happy students. Other staff members would see how much these students had improved and grown. Everyone wanted to know what changed, and my response was, well, they have a big now. A year into this partnership, staff started asking, do they have a big? And I would nod, both of us smiling, knowing that the students' lives would be forever changed. There is one specific big-little relationship that comes to my mind. Charlie was a new student at my school. We had heard from his old school that he struggled at recess, but we just didn't have all the details. Thankfully, though, Charlie was not alone. He was a little. His big brother, Brian, visited Charlie the first week at my school to make sure he had a successful transition. Charlie knew Brian would move with him to his new school because this was not his first move. Brian shared that Charlie was a really kind and great friend, but just needed to avoid competitive games like Foursquare. Instead of a regular once-a-week visit, Brian came twice a week during recess until Charlie fell into a happy rhythm. I know a student is invested in their relationship with their big when they come to me and say, Miss G, can you please call my big and tell him to come another day? I won't be here on Tuesday. I know a big is invested because they know when their little's parents can't attend their music performance. Instead of seeing the little's shoulders droop because their parents are not there, their face just lights up with joy when they see their big in the crowd cheering and rooting them on. The bond they have is so strong that the little shares some challenges only with their big. When needed, the big shares those with me. With this valuable information, I'm able to jump in to help when a little feels picked on, or they need resources like food, clothing, or dental care. For so many kids, the end of the school year means the end of their security. To help with this, the Big Brother, Big Sister program organizes an end-of-year party. During the party, we celebrate our friendships. Everyone's talking at the same time. Bigs and littles are giving each other fist bumps and high fives. The littles reluctantly say goodbye after the party, but they know they can 100% count on their big to come back the next school year. Of course, the Big Brother, Big Sister program has surprises to keep them connected over the summer. Bigs write multiple letters to their little, and the letter that they get from their big is often the first piece of mail they've ever received. My job as a school counselor can be difficult. It is very hard to watch kids struggling, but it is so rewarding knowing I am part of the process that connects these amazing bigs to the littles in need.
Hey, guess what?
Hi.
I'm a big sister. Can I say something and tell my story?
Well, the more the merrier. Come on up.
Thank you, Heidi.
I'll be the keeper of the microphone.
Right. Hi, my name is Jenna Vasconcelos. I'm a big sister. Well, my little sister grew up, but I've always considered that I would have the commitment for her long life. And it's been 25 years. So I'm still a big sister. She's still my little sister. I became an empty nester in 2000, and I wanted to do something important that was one-to-one, not just be a member of a big group that does good things. And so I got matched with this little sister, and I was told at the time that I didn't have to solve anything. I was just supposed to be a friend. And I thought that was great. So we went to parks, we went to restaurants, went to movies. The first thing I remember we did is we went roller skating, and there was hardly any people there, and we both were very wobbly and held onto the wall, and it was kind of a disaster. But we went to Manitou Park. I remember that as one of the first things as well. Let's see. We went to Ceramica, and she made a mug for her mom, so that was really fun. I remember her first job when she was, I believe, in 9th grade. She worked at Comet Cleaners, and I was so impressed that she was the one that closed at night. They trusted her with the money. She greeted customers and was very kind and did a great job in that job. And one of their clients was the Boise Police Department. So she got to see the wonderful people on the other side of those uniforms. I thought that was pretty cool. I was so proud of her. Today, she and her husband have graduated. They have both graduated from Boise State. They have 2 boys, 7 and 14. And now I get to take the boys to restaurants and parks and, well, all that fun stuff. I guess one of the ones I remember now most clearly, I guess, was taking them up to Bogus Basin to go tubing. And I got reservations for the 4 of us. And I thought I'd just sit there and hold coats and stuff. There weren't very many people there, and the man who ran it said, "Oh, you can go too." So I said, "Okay." So they got a big kick out of the fact that I screamed all the way down the first run, but after that, it was a blast. The wonderful thing she said to me several years ago was that she would love to be a big brother, or a big sister, be in the program, I guess. And now she's an employee of this wonderful organization. She uses her wonderful people skills, her customer relations skills, and her cheery enthusiasm to make a success of the matches. And so for me, it's been a great ride, and it's kept me sort of young. I mean, I understand a little bit about Minecraft now, and mostly I feel like I have an extended family. So
you sure do have an extended family.
I presume you know this person?
I've known her for 25 years, and she was 10 years old, so you can figure that out, sorry.
Big Brothers Big Sisters changed my life, and this is my story. Back in 2000, I was 10 years old and was a shy, awkward kid with giant Coke bottle lens glasses. As a kid, I moved around frequently, and by 10 years old, I had gone to 4 different schools. I was in need of a friend, of a positive, stable influence in my life. In November of 2000, I was matched with my big sister, Jenna. Some of this period of my life is fuzzy, but I do remember a few things. I remember that the first movie I saw with Jenna was Emperor's New Groove. Edward was still pretty new back then, and I remember feeling pretty cool that I got to see a movie there. We went to Flying M, and I learned how to play board games like Othello and Mancala. We went to the Student Union at BSU in Bold and went to the Discovery Center. My favorite exhibits there were the little swinging chair you could pull yourself up in and the big dishes that you could talk to one another across the room. Back when we were first matched, I had just recently started playing violin, probably very poorly. As a mom now, I know what those elementary school concerts can be like. But Jenna made it to as many to those as she could. I also loved to read and would read as much as I could. Jenna always took an interest in what I was reading and made me feel like my reading was an accomplishment to be proud of. As I grew, I struggled with my mental health and performance in school for years, and my early teen years brought some significant personal struggles along with them. Jenna was never anything but supportive and accepting of who I was. In 2003, the year I turned 13, I unexpectedly moved out of state, just outside of Sacramento, California. While I won't go into details, I will share that this was a particularly dark and difficult time of my life. At this point, I had no idea if I would ever move back to Boise. This could have been the end of my story with Jenna, but luckily it wasn't. In early 2004, Jenna actually came to visit me in California. And in August of that same year, I was able to move back. And while Jenna had no obligation to do so, we picked right back up where we left off. Just like before, Jenna came to all the important events in my life that she could. Instead of school programs and orchestra, there were choir concerts. We kept going to movies, playing board games, seeing plays at the Shakespeare Festival, and baking treats at Jenna's house. We managed to keep this routine going for years through my first job and busy schedules, and eventually in 2008, I graduated high school, and Jenna was there for that too. Once again, this could have been where our story ended, but it wasn't. I started college at BSU in fall of 2008. I didn't have a real sense of what I wanted to do, so I dropped out after a year there. In 2010, my boyfriend, now husband, and I found out I was pregnant with our oldest son. As you might imagine, not everyone in my life was immediately supportive of my having a baby at 20. Jenna was not one of those people. She may have been shocked to begin with, but was outwardly nothing but supportive. She was at my baby shower and around all through my pregnancy, continuing to encourage and support me, letting me know she thought I was capable. Jenna came to the hospital the day after my son Patrick was born to meet him. Jenna has been there for almost every major event in my life since November of 2000. She was at my wedding, cheered me on when I went back to BSU to get my degree at 24, and came to see my youngest in the hospital after he was born. As my sons have grown, 14 and 7 now, they've gotten to do things with Jenna just like I did. They've gone to play the park, to the Discovery Center and Ceramica, just like I did at their age. She comes to school programs and bands concerts, just like she did for me. Our friendship has evolved over time. Jenna watched me grow from an awkward little kid with giant glasses who loved to read, to a moody teenager who still loved to read, to a mom who read less but had much better glasses. Skip ahead to today, 25 years later. I'm now 35, still a bit shy and awkward, but now I work at Big Brothers Big Sisters as a match sports specialist. I get to support matches just like mine from day one. I get to hear about trips to Ceramica and to the movies. I get to hear about visits to Flying M, to drink hot chocolate and play board games. My matches go to the Discovery Center and bowling at BSU. And most importantly, I get to watch bigs and littles go from shy strangers to best buddies with their own stories to tell. Big Brothers Big Sisters changed my life. They provided me with someone who chose to be in my life, who chose to encourage me, to help me believe that I had potential. Jenna didn't have to do any of it. She had no obligation to be there, but she chose to be for the past 25 years. Having a person that chooses to be part of your life is so impactful, and I feel so incredibly lucky that I get to be a part of this program and now get to support the newest generation of matches.
Ladies, will you stay a moment? Join me here. Wow. 45 years. Big Brothers Big Sisters has been changing the lives of youngsters right here in this beautiful Treasure Valley and beyond. My friends, tonight you joined these beautiful women and the thousands who have given so generously over time of their time and their talent and their treasure. The power of mentorship is in your hands. So tonight, let's start the next 45 years with energy and generosity and my good friend, Larry Flynn.
You hear that crowd going wild? Wow. Jeanette, Jenna, Heidi, Nora, thank you so much. How about another wonderful hand for those stories, those times they've shared with us. It takes a lot to get up here and, right now, somebody's got to ask, right? It's me. Thanks for being here tonight. How many of you have big brothers of your own, big sisters of your own, little sisters and little brothers? Thanks for doing what you do, our brothers and sisters, blood and through big brothers, big sisters, mean a lot to all of us. I am tasked with helping you reach your credit card limits tonight. But if you write a check, it's a little easier. At the $5,000 level, a Lunch Buddies mentoring program supports one school for an entire year. For many students, school's more than just a classroom. It's a place to find hope and belonging. And your $5,000 gift will support one school for an entire year. The students in the Lunch Buddies program have better grades, increased attendance, and improved self-confidence. The Lunch Buddies program not only transforms the lives of the littles, but also supports teachers and staff like you heard Heidi talking about, who pour their hearts and souls into their work every day. So $5,000 will sponsor a school and support a school of big and littles for an entire year. To start us off tonight, is there anyone here that would like to support two schools for an entire year with a $10,000 gift? Anyone at all? A $10,000 gift? 2 years, 2 schools for an entire year? Is there anyone that would like to support and sponsor one school for a year at $5,000? Thank you, Emily. Bidder number 362. Thank you so much. Bidder number 112. And I have to call out your numbers. If I know your name or I remember, I'll call it. But it's for our recorders. Thank you so much, bidder 112. Thank you, bidder number 183, to support 1 year, 1 school. Anyone else a $5,000 gift? We're on our goal. We're on our way to a pretty hefty goal, and we've done a good job so far. How about a great big hand for those 3 gifts of $5,000 each? At the $2,500 level, you're supporting the mental health of our littles, the bigs, and the families. Today's youth are facing more challenges than ever before, navigating friendships, school pressures, mental health struggles. A gift of $2,500, the monthly check-ins. It'll help fund the monthly check-ins with our littles. It'll help them navigate obstacles that they encounter at school and at home. It supports the parents and guardians by connecting them with the resources that'll guide them through challenging times and help them create a stable, nurturing home. $2,500 will help fund equipping the bigs with the training and the coaching so they can show up and be the best mentors possible. If you can give a $2,500 gift, raise your paddles high, starting off with bidder number 116. I should say gifter. We're not bidding here tonight. Thank you for that gift. Thank you for that gift, bidder number 110. Gifter number 110, or excuse me, 100. I just gave 110 a little bit of a heart murmur. Sorry about that. But gifter number 290, thank you so much. Number 277, thank you so much. Number 319, thank you so much. Number 230, and that gorgeous man there, number 112, thank you so much. All at $2,500. Number 132, thank you so much. 152, thank you. Number 235, thank you. At $2,500, anyone else a gift of $2,500? Again, a great big hand for those gifts of $2,500 each. At $1,000, you're supporting a match for an entire year. Imagine a world where every child has the opportunity to reach their full potentials. At Big Brothers, Big Sisters, that vision is a reality, one mentorship match at a time. Your gift of $1,000 isn't just a gift, it's an investment in the life of a child, as you've heard tonight. Every paddle raised at this level will help us support matches like Braden and Tom and Jeanette and Jenna. And Braden, did Tom make you wear that Yankees hat? Are you a Yankees fan? Or I also saw you had a Cubs shirt on. Okay, well, this is what it's all about. Research shows the key factor for building resilience in young people is a great relationship with a caring adult. And a single relationship changes the trajectory of a young person's life like it did for you, Braden. Thanks for talking about it. Studies show that BBBS littles are 20% more likely to attend college. You heard Nora talk about that. Kids with mentors are less likely to skip school, less likely to engage in risky behaviors. Supporting a match for a year costs about $1,000 each. There's a lot of kids in the program who would like to support one at $1,000. Starting us off, number 286, thank you so much. Number 376, thank you. Jeffrey, thank you so much. 159, 161, 224, 146, we love this. 148, thank you. 188, thank you. 274, thank you. 197, thank you. 357, thank you. 117, thank you. Natalie, thank you. 137, number 322, number 298, and 295. Thanks, big sis Jenna. Gift number 157, and 250, and 251. And somebody's writing these down, right? Okay. Number 231, number 341, number 388, and 210. Also number 334 and 252. Thanks to the Kings. Thanks, Brian. Anyone else, $1,000 gift? Johnny, thank you so much, Mr. Gazafi. Bidder number, well, we'll call you gifter number 326. Thanks so much. Anyone else, $1,000 gift to support a match for a year? Great big hand for those gifts of $1,000 each. Now, I want to remind you, if you've already given once, you're more than welcome to give again. I'll call your number twice. At the $500 level, you are empowering shared experiences. Mentorship grows stronger when bigs and littles share joyful, meaningful experiences, and the match activities provide a safe, fun space for the matches to connect, to meet other bigs and littles, and bond over shared experiences. Your support tonight removes financial barriers, ensuring every little, regardless of their circumstances, can be part of these transformative experiences. Your gift of $500 supports match activities like the annual back-to-school party, where littles receive school supplies and hygiene items to start the school year with confidence and excitement. The annual graduation party, where we all celebrate the littles graduating high school and stepping in to the next chapter of their lives, and hopefully one day becoming bigs themselves. As we expand their world, we open the door to deeper conversations with their bigs, and littles begin to dream bigger, knowing that with support they can achieve whatever they set their hearts and minds to. Empowering shared experiences is a $500 gift. Let's see how many hands we can get in the air at $500. Starting us off, number 284, number 282, 221, 275, 272, 305, this is beautiful, 104, 199, 123, 122, look at that table there, 268, 269, 264, 294, 111 right up front, Number 254, thank you. Number 337 and 127. Number 321 and 366, thank you, Cindy. Number 216, all in at $500,000 each. Or 500, I'm sorry. We wouldn't have to do this next year, would we? Oh, thank you so much. How about a great big hand? That was a great showing of $500 support. I'm wondering if someone can keep me in mind if we're close to our goal or not, so we can, make sure we do hit it. At the $250 level, it's all about inspiring new bigs. Every match begins with a big. It takes time and effort to find volunteers willing and ready to invest in the life of a child. And after 45 years, we've engaged thousands of bigs to help us in this life-changing and critical life mission, and your gift tonight certainly helps expand that. $250 gift helps to ensure that no child has to wait to find the encouragement and support they deserve. Every paddle raised at this level will help us recruit a volunteer like Tom, like Katie, like Jenna, like hundreds of other bigs that are currently in the program. Recruiting a volunteer includes rigorous vetting and safety measures to ensure the safety of every little in the program. And we're celebrating 45 years of mentorship tonight. Recruiting volunteers helps us ensure that we'll be here for another 45 years. If you can gift a $250 gift, please do so. It's $250. Number 162, number 141 and 138. 328, thank you so much. 233, I'm going to walk around here. Go right ahead. 103, thank you. 291, thank you. 190 and 299. Hi, Patty. Number 324, thank you. Number 164 and 222 and 219 and 301 and 303 and 201 and 163. Should make a song out of this. Number 358, thank you. Number 200, that's 200. 174. 168, 343, and 353. Also 129 and 151 and 126 and 335. These are all $250,000. Number 156, he's still got his hand in the air. 154, number 364. 124, thanks so much. Number 344 and 261. Anyone else a $250 gift? Well, yes, number 384, thanks so much. $250. Anyone else? Great big hand for those gifts of $200 each. Yes, I love it. We are shooting for 100% participation here tonight. We're shooting for $80,000. I really feel we're getting very close. And let's get as many hands in the air tonight as we can to get a match started at $100. It's the first day of a life-changing journey. The big little, the little's family, they meet for the very first time. There's excitement, there's nervous smiles, and the hope for something special. Your gift of $100 will create more of those unforgettable first match moments. They'll provide a safe and facilitated structure for their meeting. They support creative icebreakers that helps the bigs and littles feel comfortable and excited for what's to come. Each match receives I'm a big, I'm a little shirt to wear when they're together, and they wear them with pride. I'm a big, I'm a little. It's pretty darn cool, right? So if you can give $100, put those paddles up high. Let's get started. Number 365, thank you. Number 131, 369, 374, 150, and 155. Number 237. Number 368, thanks, Tom. 244 from our founder, thank you so much. 278, 205, 170, and 171. Number 293 and 292. Number 166 and 350. Number 390 and 352. Number 288, 289, 290. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 143 and 149. Number 195 and 225. Number 378 and 187. And 198, and 175, and 173, and 351, number 196 and 256, number 172 and 179, number 260 and 274 and 275 and 377, all at $100. Anyone else a $100 gift? Number 377, again, thank you. Anyone else? Great big hand for those gifts of $100 each. I sure want to think we're there, but you know we have one more level tonight. And it takes a little to be big. You've heard it, and that's what this is going to be about. If we all put our paddles together at $45 to celebrate 45 years, we will easily raise another $9,000. So for 45 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters been creating life-changing mentorships that empower kids to dream bigger, achieve more, and believe in themselves. In honor of this milestone, we're asking everyone to make a gift of $45 as a tribute to the thousands of lives we've already impacted and the countless more we'll support in the years to come. Imagine the impact if we reached 100% participation tonight. Your $45 gift will help shape the next generation. And oh, by the way, if you drop your paddle at $45, you also have a chance to win 2 VIP tickets for our exciting fall fundraising event, which is the Big Barn Bash, which is Friday, September 12th. Put that on your calendar. It's going to be a fun night. Anyway, you get 2 VIP tickets if you're the winner. It could only cost you $45. And if you buy tickets, it's going to cost you $45,000 if I'm there. So maybe tonight this is your chance to win something fun. And besides, even if you don't win, you've made a big impact in someone's life. Every dollar makes a difference. Every one of you make a difference. Raise your paddle. We're sending our volunteers and staff around to pick up your cards. We're going to get all those cards together. We should have a whole bunch of people helping grab these cards. You don't want to be left at the table with the only one that has a bid card. And we're going to pull them up here on the stage, and we're going to pull a winner. And while we're doing that, I want to remind you that those tote bags on the center of the tables are also available if you just made a $25 donation. If somebody wants to outbid you, that's where you do it. There's a bid card on the table. But put those cards up high until somebody comes and grabs one. We've been raising our paddles. Now we're going to drop our paddles and hopefully hit our goal of over $80,000 tonight. Yeehaw. Keep them coming. Thanks so much. I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed those stories. And if you're here for the first time supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters, we do hope that you continue to support all year round. Don't forget, you don't have to wait for this annual fundraiser to give. You can give all year round when it feels good, and it does. Keep them coming. More cards in the air. Bring them all up front here. Looking good. I think we had... Raise your hand if you gave $45 so far. I want to see a whole bunch of empty hands in the air. Yes. Oh, I'd love to announce that we made our goal. I got a pretty good feeling we did. It always feels goal. What do you think? We did? Oh, good. Oh, we think so. Now, there's more than this here. I know there's more here, Hillary. Bring all those cards up here. We're going to pull a winner. Hillary, are you going to pull our winner? I can. Yes. Oh, looking good. Do we have all the cards? Bring them on up front. I dumped them. I already got them. Okay, we've got one more basket full. No, we got them. Oh, we got them? Okay. Oh, look at that. I think we got a lot in there. Shake them up. Okay, you want me to hold it? Okay. All right, here we go. Who thinks they won? Come on, have a little more confidence. There we go. How about bidder number 388? Who's 388? It's near the back. Yes. Congratulations. We do have a gift for you to take home tonight. And don't forget, you do get 2 tickets for the Big Barn Bash on Friday, September 12th. It's in Nampa. It's going to be a great fundraiser as well. All right, Hillary, don't forget to put number 388 back in here. I'm just kidding. Thank you, everyone. Please get home safely. And don't forget, again, you can support Big Brothers Big Sisters all year round. The magical moments never stop. And it's been wonderful to be a part of this tonight with you. Thanks, everyone.
Wow, thank you for supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters of Idaho. It has been a pleasure to serve you as your host this evening. Thank you for supporting the potential of kids like me. Please drive home safely. We'll see you again soon. Good night.
Strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
For those of you that have wine left in your bottles for some reason, we do have corks